Observing pollinators in action. Do you remember how plants make seeds and fruit? They need pollen from other flowers to land on them. They need to be pollinated. Insects, birds, and the wind help pollinate plants. Can you guess who is the best pollinator? Bees. Let's watch some bees pollinate plants. Can you see all the little dots of pollen stuck to the bee's fur? Every time the bee goes to a new flower, some of that pollen comes off and it picks up more. If you look closely, you might see the bee drinking nectar through its proboscis. The bee's proboscis is like a long tongue that reaches down into the flower and sucks up the nectar. Watch. There's so many kinds of bees in Georgia. We usually think about honeybees because they get us honey. But they aren't native to Georgia. They're here because farmers take care of them. So honeybees are from England. Native means that something grows here naturally. So honeybees didn't originally grow here naturally. We brought them here and we take care of them in bee boxes. And they pollinate our plants and they make honey. But there are lots of other bees in Georgia. Some Georgia native bees are bumblebees, carpenter bees, squash bees, and mason bees. Most of the bees are yellow and black, but some aren't. The mason bee is kind of green. Almost all bees have fur on them. That's part of what helps them pollinate. Can you think of any other pollinators? Butterflies help to pollinate. Birds, especially hummingbirds, help to pollinate. And the wind helps to pollinate. Let's see some butterflies pollinating. Now, let's watch a bird pollinating. Just like butterflies and bees, hummingbirds want to eat the nectar inside the flower. Let's watch. So the bee or the butterfly puts their proboscis into the flower to drink the nectar. The hummingbird has a long, skinny beak. When it reaches in like that, pollen also gets on the hummingbird. And the next flower it goes to will get some of that. Will get some of that pollen. And wind. Wind helps the plants pollinate. Let's watch. Can you see the tree pollen blowing around? It's like a cloud. This happens a lot in Atlanta in the spring. You might go outside and see everything colored in a greenish yellow powder. That's the pollen that the wind has blown around. Whether it's by animal, insect, or weather, pollination is important. Without it, our food couldn't grow. Thank the wind and the bugs and wish them well.